Hello.
We're back.
Welcome back to the ever beloved third stall. It's Lobotomies in the Ladies' Room, hosted by Donovan, our near graduate,
Whoop whoop.
and me, Kira, your recovering of illness Midwestern co host. I
And
would say,
also
I
soon
would
to
say
be teacher.
Look, I would say something nicer, but as you can see, first episode with no beat, sunglasses prepared, hood on,
It's
eye
the
patch
glasses and the
designer. Dude,
sunglasses.
that's like, see, here's the thing.
Work. Okay. Okay. Wait, why is that kind of gag? What? That's actually very gaggy though. The fact that it fits perfectly over your glasses.
Oh, I bought them for that reason. I like
That's
to be able to see.
gaggy. Why get prescription sunglasses when you can get sunglasses that fit over your glasses?
Dude, it's like party in the front and also the gift of sight.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Dude, look, I don't know what petri dish got all up in my organism this last week, but I came down with the nastiest illness. I think it was the flu. I'm not
Mm,
100% certain. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the flu because this is the first year I haven't gotten a flu shot. Um,
get your flu shots, folks.
yeah, for real. All I know is my enemies were conspiring against me, and for one time ever, they won. Oh,
But you know what? They're gonna start coughing mysteriously at midnight, so it's fine.
dude, and you know what? Fuck them. Dude,
Well,
I look
welcome,
like
folks.
I look like Damien from Mean Girls.
If this is your first time listening, welcome. You just got the vibe.
She doesn't even
Um,
go here.
no, that is what you're giving though. I live.
Oh man.
Um, okay, so thought starter. What's something that like it could be a show, a thing, a food, a candy that you remember fondly from our younger years?
Girl, I have two.
Mhm.
So the first is a beverage. And I've brought this up a couple of times. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I've brought this up a couple of times to a couple strangers who are around our age. Um, bug juice.
Oh my god,
Bug
that
juice.
was good.
Dude, nobody I talk to remembers what that is. And I'm like, I know I didn't make this up.
You did not make that up. They were the ones that were in the chunky little
Yeah,
plastic
dude.
things and they had the yeah.
They had like the nip top.
Yeah,
Yeah, girl. It was like blue or green. They
exactly.
didn't have actual flavors or probably any real fruit juice in
Actually,
them whatsoever.
I don't remember them even having a name for the
Right?
flavor.
It was just
It was
bug
just blue or
juice.
green.
It was here's bug juice, and you can have it in blue flavor or green
Yeah.
flavor.
And it
And they
always
were,
hit on a hot day.
dude, at the fucking gas station when
Mhm.
your parent is already on her like her last the end of her rope has come and passed at this point. She's on her
Yeah.
like my mom would be on her last brain cell to like deal with me as a child and she'd
Mhm.
get me bug juice from the gas station. Oh my god. I used to like let the suction like build up and I'd like dude, I'd let the bottle hang off my lower lip because I had no fucking sense. Dude, I miss bug juice so bad. Actually, you know what? After we get off, I might have to make an Amazon purchase. I have to see if
Wait,
it's
do they still sell
available.
it?
I gotta find out because if they do, I'm about to use my
Mm.
limited income to purchase bug juice.
Get a carton.
Dude, I
Just
swear to
a
God.
crate of bug juice.
It's gonna show up on a pallet, and I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do to my property manager. What the fuck is
Uh,
this? Oh my god. And then my second one, I was a PBS kid. We didn't always have
Same.
cable, but we sure always had an antenna.
Mhm.
I loved Between the Lions.
Yes, oh my god. Yeah,
It's the only reason I probably love reading, I can't even lie. Like, having puppet lions
yeah,
and Cliffhanger
yeah,
and all the others.
yeah.
Man,
I think it's
we
funny you
had it.
say that because I think one of mine are you know what? I'm gonna go a little old, like, slightly older. Ed, and Eddie
Mm-hmm.
was my jam.
Mm-hmm.
That was my jam. I would
Talk to
come
him.
home from school, my granddad would pick me up from school. He'd either make me a tuna sandwich or some ravioli, Chef Boyardee ravioli from the can, and me and him would sit and we would watch Ed, and Eddie after school before I did my homework. That was them bad little kids. It was my program. The Jawbreakers,
Mm-hmm.
like Double D, and who's the girl that looked like Ice Spice? She always got me.
Girl.
The redheaded curly one.
Shit. I gotta Google this. Dude, I
That
went
show.
through I just got out of a phase where I was referring to everyone as Ed Boy.
And for a food, actually, you know what? I have to do three. So Ed and Eddie Cosmic Brownies. I will still eat those to this day. I go to the bodega, I get myself a Cosmic Brownie and an Arizona. Those are my two sweet treats for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then my third thing I'm gonna have to say is just like having CDs and like in the CD like case handler thing, um, and the Cheetah Girl CD among my little collection was on replay nonstop. Cheetah Girls 2,
God, don't even.
replay.
When they're in Barcelona, like,
Yes, and
oh,
then Raven's like solo songs on the album. Say less.
Lord,
Say
kids don't
less.
have it these days like
Y'all
we
had
had.
to be there. Even
They
Clay
don't have
is
it.
yelling, saying that y'all had to be there.
How the Ice
Um,
Spice character was Lee Kanker of the Kanker sisters.
the Lee Kanker. I don't even remember her name. I just remember what she but Kanker's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of sisters, the Gross sisters from the Proud Family. Y'all, today our episode is on nostalgia. So let's just go ahead and get into it because I don't know if you've been scrolling on TikTok, but the So Dysfunctional song from the Proud Family
Oh my
has
God.
been trending. You
Has it?
know, it has. And it's brought back so many memories. Like the Proud Family movie with the peanuts and the
What an odd little movie. They had that ginger girl crumping.
but you know what she ate?
She sure
She ate
did.
it.
I can only hope.
She ate it up. And then La Cienega and her big feet, the episode where she took her shoes off.
Lord. That,
She was like a
that
size
made me.
14.
That's where I saw representation in media for the first time. As a big footed bitch. I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
oh my God, finally another broad with like size 10 feet at age 11.
Right.
God bless us. There's not
Oh
many
my
of us.
gosh. There's not many of
There's
us.
not many of us.
But Disney was the jam back. Well, like all the networks were the jam back in the day. Like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. We had a lot.
Dude,
PBS.
like there was always something on. And it was
Yeah.
good.
It was
Like,
always good.
and it still holds to today.
Mhm.
Like, I because my sister and I were 10 years apart.
Mhm.
And so, like, sometimes I'd come over to my family's house and I'd see, like, what the fuck she had on.
Mhm.
Tell me why this lady had on Teen Beach Movie when I went to do her prom hair trials. And I said, what the fuck is this? What is
I
this?
think that was like past our prime, was
It
or like
was.
yeah. Like I remember it, but I wasn't like, "Oh my god."
It was past our time.
Yeah.
But then she'll sit there and she'll be like, okay, but High School Musical holds up? It sure does.
It absolutely
All
does.
three of them bitches still hold
Hello?
up.
Do you remember where you were when it premiered
I
at
do
7
actually.
p.m. on Disney Channel? I was
I
locked
actually do.
in the living room.
I actually remember specifically when High School Musical 2 came out. It was the summer after I was in third grade. It was the
Let me set
summer,
the scene.
dude. I swear to God, I was at this chick's house. Her name was Kronori Rikosi. Sorry to Kronori if you happen
Shout
to
out to
watch our
her.
podcast that I'm using your entire government name. But I was I at her house? I'm pretty sure I was at her house, or at least she was
Mhm,
there. I was with this chick named Kronori Rikosi.
mhm,
Um, and literally, so High School Musical 2
mhm.
premiered, and then Phineas and Ferb premiered directly after. And
This is our
remember,
Thunderdome.
I distinctly remember watching High School Musical 2 in entirety. And I
Mhm,
think they even cut out commercial breaks on Disney for the first time because
mhm,
it was a new film. It
mhm,
was a new film experience.
mhm.
And so after that, I was like, wow, I cannot imagine this night getting any better than it is with this movie finishing at
And
exactly
then
7
Phineas
p.m.
and Ferb.
And then here comes Phineas and Ferb. It's 104 days of summer vacation. Dude, life was.
Worth
Imagine being,
living.
imagine being Ashley Tisdale in like 2009.
She was that girl.
Dude, she was on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, into High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. And then,
Mhm.
not one premiere that night, but two.
Two,
Lord,
paid,
Lord.
checks cleared.
And her horny ass preteen songs that were all coming out at the same time.
Her and Vanessa Hudgens.
Dude,
She had her sneakers on.
dude, it was sneaker
Mhm.
night.
It was sneaker night.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Actually, yeah. What does that mean?
Put your sneakers on.
Her and that spooky intro. Is it like, oh, we're getting ready to go? Like it's gonna be a night. You're gonna be on your feet. Like
I mean, I kind of get it. Now I'm at the age where, like, when I go to the club, I definitely want to be in sneakers.
that's true. We need our orthopedics at this age.
Like, I know everybody's bitching about the fact that, like, nobody wears heels anymore. Well,
Because it's
girl,
not comfortable.
like, I want to throw on a pair of Converse and,
Yeah.
like, a pair of pants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not out here trying to wear dresses that have my cat out in the wind anymore. A t-shirt would be ideal, but I will wear a going out top depending on
Mm-hmm.
the venue. And I feel like these were not concerns I had like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
If anything, I did want to wear a dress that had my cooter basically out. And I'm not certain why, because I was not of the age to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 10 years ago I was, but like 15 years ago I surely wasn't.
No.
Although, girl, you should have seen some of the dresses I was walking out of my mom's house in.
Girl. Paint
Do
us
you
a
remember?
picture.
So, yeah, junior year prom, um,
Mm-hmm.
my mom didn't see that dress. She just bought it. We went to
Wait.
Windsor. We went to Windsor.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Windsor.
And
Yeah.
I was at the Windsor at Woodfield Mall.
Oh,
Lord, you know what I'm talking about.
yes.
I was at that
Yes.
overstimulating Windsor at
Mm-hmm.
Woodfield Mall, where in the
Mm-hmm.
dressing rooms is basically just a glorified sheet over like
Yeah.
a door jamb. Um, and my mom, sweet loving Michelle, trusted me to purchase something that would be age appropriate. I was
Mm-hmm.
17.
Mm-hmm.
I try on all these dresses and I'm like, ugh, whatever. This was
Mm-hmm.
also like while my body was like the most tea. However, it was because I also had like a little bit of an eating disorder, but that's neither here nor there. It was the Vivans, girl. It was the Vivans. Um, the last dress I tried on was this like crushed velvet. Actually, it was like the color of my nails.
It's always the crushed velvet. What was with us in crushed velvet back then?
Dude, we all love Tumblr.com a little too
That is true.
much.
That is true.
Girl, it was a crushed velvet with slits.
Multiple, as in
Two,
multiple. Okay.
two slits.
Okay.
That came roughly to maybe 2.5 inches lower than where my box lives.
Right.
You feel me? So I didn't show my mom this dress.
Right.
It probably would have been longer if I was like a couple inches shorter, but unfortunately I've been tall all my life. Um I was like, wow, I look hot. I cannot in any way let my mother see this because she'll say no.
Mhm.
So instead of being like, let me go with one of these options that are one, age appropriate,
Mhm.
two, mother approved, and
Mhm.
three, even remotely okay to be wearing to a prom,
Mhm.
I went, I'm wearing this Jessica Rabbit dress, come hell or high water.
Right.
So I balled it up and was like, got it. And my mom paid for it. And it was like
Mhm.
$40 of like, girl, you see, great deal. Also, like inflation hadn't ruined the world yet.
That is true.
Um, Also, like, what are the odds I'm ever going to have this opportunity again? My mom then proceeds to take me to DSW, still not knowing what this dress looks like.
Mhm.
She buys me these stripper ass, hooker ass heels. I'm talking, I was like 6'4" with these
Oh,
fucking shoes on, stiletto ass heel, fat ass, like,
stiletto pumps in the
athlete.
club.
Dude, I was out here looking like I should have been a video vixen. I then proceed to do like a 1950, like, girl, I really went to prom
Oh, you
cosplaying Jessica
turned it
Rabbit.
out.
I went to
Okay.
prom my junior year dressed like Jessica Rabbit. Extremely inappropriate for a 17-year-old, but whatever. I got ready at my friend Corey's house.
Mhm.
My mom didn't know what the fuck I had on until she showed up at Corey's house to take pictures with Corey's mom. I, mother, I came down those stairs and my
And you
mom,
were gagged and gooped, weren't you?
I was like, oh, I look so good. Mind you, this is a dress that like I couldn't wear a bra in, and I had to wear like the ittiest bittiest panties with because of how high the slits were. No, like,
Uh,
I looked like I was 27 coming down these stairs.
girl.
My mom took one look at me, looked at my friend's mom, was like, "Hey." She took the pictures, was all nice to me in front of Corey's mom, and then as we're about to leave, she walks up to me and goes, "Is there a reason you didn't show me what your prom dress looked like before I got here and there was no way for me to have you change outfits?" And I went, "No. Why would you ask that?"
Kira. I don't know what you mean.
I was like, "What do you mean? This is totally appropriate."
Why would you think that?
This is actually the most appropriate article of clothing I've ever had on. I can't lie to you. I don't think to this day I've worn something more revealing.
Girl, that's iconic though. Like I can't even like
Dude,
wow.
we want to talk about the past, mama. I was a hellraiser. And half the time my mom didn't even know I was being like that. Dude, she was like, "Oh, my nice little straight A honor roll student who does orchestra. There's nothing she could possibly be doing out here." Girl,
And you're just like, you just wait. You
dude,
just wait.
literally me smoking Newports in my 2002 Dodge Durango. Is it any
The
surprise I ended up
1975
this way?
blasting. Well, speaking of fashion, I feel like my go-to was very Disney knees, if you will. I loved a short short with
Mhm.
a legging under
Mhm.
and a wedge sneaker.
I know you fucking lying, bro. You had wedge
I
sneakers.
had wedge sneakers. I would put my little short shorts on and my pink leggings and my baby blue wedge sneakers, my little t-shirt and my denim jacket.
Gender reveal.
And I'd be like, "Ooh, you can't tell me in my little bun. I still rocked a bun back then. Don't let me get a silk press." And I thought I was just, oof, a little varsity jacket. Girl. And
Mm-hmm.
then I had a Hot Topic phase in 7th grade.
Lord.
I had clip-in bleach blonde extensions, bangs, spiky bracelets, band tees, the plaid skinny jeans, and Converse. The way my fashion has been all over the place,
Did
and
you
I look
ever
back,
did you ever get the knee-high Converse?
I did.
Oh,
I did have the knee-high Converse
I'm
with the
so
Bermuda
jealous.
shorts,
Oh my god, I'm
with
so
the pink or
jealous.
plaid Bermuda shorts.
I
And
think you're the only straight woman that had those plaid pajama or that those plaid Bermuda shorts.
the plaid Bermuda short, the pink ones with the shirt with the vest connected to it. Yeah, and the tassel belt.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Dude, I'm about to
And,
fall
like,
out.
matching hair baubles or something, like, it had
Oh, sweet Jesus.
it was a whole, like it was a whole moment. Oh my god, that actually got a tear out of me.
Oh, no, I've been like sobbing and throwing up over it. I can't even make fun of you though for the Hot Topic thing because I mean, look
like
at me, bitch. I lived in Hot Topic for far too long.
I mean, I'm still there in some ways, but, like, I've just had some like, I had a Hello Kitty phase in 8th grade where I loved, like, the Forever 21 Hello Kitty stuff, so, like, the sweaters and, like, the messy bun and the Docs or the combat boots.
Yes.
I'm like the very, like, stomp clap music kinda style, like the let me see. Oh, Junior. Hold on. We're gonna have to fast forward a little bit because I just remembered this outfit. And also, listeners, watchers, if you're watching this on YouTube, we just had a low key, like, similar conversation about nostalgia with our good friend Timmy, who was on the show. And we were sending pictures of each other back in our primes, right? Or not, let me not say prime because
It
that
was
was
my
certainly
prime.
it was. You know what? You ate all of us up. You ate all of us up. Yes, absolutely one of your primes,
Yeah.
but um my junior year, it was a summer I was going into senior year, and I was touring colleges, and I came to New York to visit my aunt because I wanted to go to FIT. And so I went to the college tour. Let's talk about that college tour outfit real quick.
Hmm.
Black skinny jeans,
Okay.
the muscle tees that we all used to like with the really, really low cut like sleeves, black
Hmm.
bandeau top. But my t-shirt was like a barcode or something on it. And then like some spiky Converse because I'm going to fashion school. So edgy.
Girl, I
And like
can't. The whole outfit it sounds great except for the shoes are what's getting me a little bit.
right, right, right. So and then I got my hair cut in like layers or whatever. She surprised me with tickets to go see One Direction. Right. This was the second to last concert before Zayn left the group.
Girl, I know you
I-
shaved bald just in case.
and guess who was opening?
5
5
seconds of
Seconds of
summer.
Summer.
Ugh! How does
5
it
Seconds of
feel
Summer
to live
opened.
my
I
dream?
still have the videos in my iCloud. When I tell you, I was like, "Oh, Callum's gonna take me home tonight," and I put on my little sheer loose tank top with another tank top underneath because we love to layer for some reason back then. And then I had these denim shorts that were like distressed. And then, of course, I had to tie a flannel around my waist because how else is Callum gonna notice me? And then some like long necklaces or whatever. And I'm thinking I'm gonna be the most original standout girl at MetLife Stadium. I walked in, 50,000 other girls in the same outfit.
She looks like every other bitch.
Every variation of girl in the exact same outfit. And I'm just like, you know what? He's gonna see me though. He's gonna see
Different.
me in a sea of 100,000 people. But like the distinct, I feel like, eras that we all shared, especially when it came to music. Like when the 1975 came out, first of all, also the Tumblr era, that together, all of us were in a chokehold. Lana
Oh,
Del Rey, like the Flower Crowns.
oh, ugh,
But it
Lord,
was such a time.
Marina girl.
Marine Prima Donna girl.
I'm really glad that my mom didn't let me get underage tattoos.
Mm,
Because I wanted to get Teen Idol tattooed so bad. So bad.
yeah.
And
I
like
wanted the 1975 like rectangle tattooed on me for so long, and I'm so glad I waited and did not do that.
I still think about it sometimes. I can't even lie. I still do think about it sometimes. You know what? I'll tune in every once in a while to see like what their new
Yeah.
stuff sounds like. You know, that People of People song, I can get down with that.
I like their music still.
I I don't want to go so far as to say I've outgrown it because Let Me Need to
Mhm.
Cry and Trust Menswear is on.
Yeah, or somebody else. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll
Or
pretend like,
you.
God,
Yeah.
if I like really, because I'm I'm very well therapied, but my emotional
Mhm.
mess is not all the way, tied up in a bow quite yet. So I schedule when I cry.
Very valid. I
Dude,
agree.
it's on my
Same.
Google Calendar.
Oh,
It is
wait.
on. No, like I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Cry 11:30 to 12:15.
No, like I'm gonna take a screenshot and send you my Google Calendar after this. Like I'm really not kidding. I just like have to let it out sometimes because every time I want to cry, I'm at like Whole
Mhm.
Foods and I
Mhm.
can't do that there. Um, so sometimes if I know I'm going for like a walk, I
Mhm.
will line up my walk with my crying block
Mhm.
on my calendar
Mhm.
and I'll just be by the lake where it's the middle of the day and everyone has
Mhm.
a job, so nobody's there. Um, and I'll turn on somebody else. And the way that I will like come up with this like extremely maladaptive scenario in my head where it's like
Yeah.
Tyler's cheated on me, he's leaving me, he like fell in love. Not only did he
Oh.
like
I'm thinking it's gonna be something like, I don't know, cinematic, not like
like he's had an emotional affair. And so I'm like on a walk trying to like in like rom-com movies
Mhm.
where it's like they go on this walk and they like cry it out and then they have this realization that like they're a girl
Mhm.
that's gonna be okay. Like
Mhm.
that's what I'd be doing. Like so I'm like sitting there pretending like I'm Katherine Heigl in 27
Oh
dresses.
my god.
Only Tyler's like the antagonist man in this situation because like he's the only man I have like an emotional attachment to.
Mhm.
Mind you, he'd never do any of these things, but like for the sake of the bit, I have to. And I will blast somebody else as loud as possible to the point that like a burglar could be coming up behind me and I
And they'll
wouldn't
be
be able
like,
to tell you. And I'll just I don't want your body. I just need to think
even that music
about
video is
somebody
so,
else. Oh my
you
god,
know
are
what, that's me with,
robbers.
Robbers. I'll sit on the train and just longingly look out the window, and I'll let that trigger whatever needs to trigger. Like,
I have to go into my mind palace. I can't fucking.
I'm like, if I think hard enough, I can just get it out now. Or like, what is like some other songs that um bring up? You know what? So you're gonna experience this soon as you're gonna be a teacher. School dances, right? We had our classics, and also us being from Chicago too. Like, there's some regional specific music, but the general like cha cha slide, electric slide, Cupid shuffle situation,
hmm
the youths have changed the choreography.
What the fuck?
The song tells you what to do.
What do you mean they changed it?
they changed the choreography. They're sliding to we were sliding to the left. I don't know what they're doing.
Close the school.
It's a whole 8 count.
No, I'm not doing it. Close the schools.
I'm like, we're losing recipes here.
Everybody wants to be a homesteader and wants to homeschool their
And
fucking kids.
also,
Fine.
some of them don't know. Well, you know what? I feel like I can't really say anything because I'm like, some of them don't even know the Cupid Shuffle. But then I also think of like the Cupid Shuffle is like a black thing or like a
You know
lived
what?
around
If you,
diversity kind of thing. But then
yeah,
it also depends on what that diversity is because I think of like cookouts and like all that kind of stuff when I think of the Cupid Shuffle, the electric slide. Not even white people listen to Cha Cha Slide. Like that's a very
why,
universal
why
thing.
people listen to Cha Cha Slide? Why people don't know a damn thing about the electric slide? I had to learn that
Yeah.
from a YouTube video because I didn't want to embarrass I well, because
Uh,
obviously my father is not going to teach me how to electric slide.
the vision of you hitting play on a YouTube video.
I didn't want to be embarrassed. I have a very multicultural friend group, and like, God forbid, I wanted to just be like ready in any situation.
Yeah, fair.
I'm the worst biracial known
But
to man.
but I'm also like I don't think any of the weddings that I've been to have had any songs of the sort.
I know for a fucking fact. Here's the thing: at my wedding, there will be no line dances at all. Um,
Fair. And I am totally fine with that.
There will be no line dances at my wedding at all. One,
Mhm.
now especially that people are changing
Yeah. Well,
the
it's the younger
movement.
folk. I feel like people our age will probably still, well, depending on where they come from, they may still know the correct way. But I think just somebody just do a DJ set. That's what I want at my wedding. Like just do a sick DJ set.
I want Boiler Room. I want it to be like Boiler Room.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm trying to
I want
hear,
a Zach Fox set at my wedding.
girl, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to hear such an amalgamation of
Mhm.
sounds that probably shouldn't go together but do.
But do.
Like, girl, you know that fucking it's like that one thing that keeps going around, that one sound where it's like Afro beats and then also money trees layered over the top.
Yes.
That's what I want my shit to sound
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but then also at the end, I would love just like a string of turnstile songs just for the
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Just for the bit. Um it's really stressing
Girl.
me out that the kids are changing like the moves to these like
Yeah. And even like the I don't know what is this? What does that mean?
I
Are they
don't
holding the nose or are they covering the nose?
I think they hold the nose. They do
I
the
don't know what
that and then
that is.
the oh my
I'm
god, they
like
look so old.
I'm literally like, what is this? Now what is all this?
They're just too
I
they want to be different. And you know what? We did too.
What
And
happened to the hold
then
down, throw down? Like,
see,
can we
we let that go too soon. We had that for a summer. Like the white people could have finally had a line dance.
right.
They don't know what they have until it's gone.
Well, what do they have? Right. Okay.
Mall Santas.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
that's what white people have, which is like as an adult now that I'm
I
thinking
mean, they
about
have
it,
line dancing.
I don't know that type of white culture. I was
We just
not
came back from
raised.
Nashville. There's some line dancing.
They do have line dancing, but you know what though?
It's
I
not like like a cha-cha slide level universal.
no, it's not like there's no diaspora.
There's no community.
2%. Because unfortunately, when you get too many white people together in a group, it starts to look like the wrong kind of meeting.
I'm just like, what? What do you know what? I feel like I'm like, okay, we've been to a wedding together, a white
Well,
wedding. That actually, that's not a white
Albanians
wedding. They're
Albanians,
not.
though, they're
No,
not white, though.
they're
Well, they're,
not
like,
white. I
they're
gotta take
white,
that back.
but they're not.
There was culture happening. There was dancing happening. Like
Surely
actual
Polish
dance.
people have, like, a line dance or something. I mean, surely.
But I mean, like as a whole, as just like Caucasian white Americans.
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
That's it.
Seven Nation Army. But that's not also not a line dance. It's just like a chant, you know? Great song. Love that song too.
They really like AC/DC.
They do.
Every football game I've ever been to, that, like, Dirty Deed song is.
You know what? When I was younger, I still love rock music, but especially then, like, I love some Black Sabbath. Of course, I loved Paramore, like White Stripes. I liked AC/DC, Thin Lizzy, Def Leppard. Like I had some moments. But then I think like now I've been wanting to go to like more concerts outside of what I would usually go to because I usually go to like electric like EDM concerts, house music shows, like the usual. But I'm like I would stick out like a sore thumb at a rock show.
Nowadays I don't think you would, to be honest.
Re-
I don't, at least the ones that I've been to in Chicago, like,
Did you
they're.
know there's a Skinny Dennis here? And I walked past it the other day and I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, Skinny Dennis is a little different than going to a rock concert,
Well, yeah. But I
beloved.
mean, like, in that's still, I don't know. I put it all in a bubble of the white experience, you know. Um, Honestly, I feel like depending on where the show would be at, would determine whether or not there would be other people of the diaspora there. But yeah, that's
You
that's quite a
know,
time.
I really wish I had an answer to this, but I was raised in a multicultural household, so, like, I would as much as I would love to be like, I can totally explain to you, like, the cool way experience. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Like
huh.
like my mom raised me on, like, Tony Tony Tone. Like.
Right. But that's the thing too, because my mom was very much like a rock and roll girl. Like, well, she was also very much a hippie. But like, she loved rock. She loved house music. She loved like pop. Like, she loved Blondie and Prince and Michael Jackson. But she also listened to like Jimi Hendrix and again like Black Sabbath and AC/DC and um, there's a bunch. Toto, Cars, um, like a bunch. But I'm like, that makes me curious about other people's like music in their household growing up. Because she would play Motown just as much as she would play like, I don't know, Billy Joel or something.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's really fascinating. Cause come to think about it, like, the way that I grew up, like, I got a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Like, cause my mom was a club girl back in the day,
I
and
know that's
so
right.
Michelle, the baddie that she is, I got a little bit of everything. So, like, I would get, like, rock. I didn't get a lot of metal
Mhm.
because that was just, like, not her steez. But I also did get, like, probably an inordinate amount of LL Cool J, 'cause she
Really?
really likes LL Cool J.
That's a random pull.
No, my mom loves.
Okay, LL.
I didn't realize that
Can't go
wasn't normal
down.
growing up. She fucking loves LL Cool J. She also really likes Nelly.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
I also got like R&B, but then I also got top 40. And then when I was like 7 or 8, she introduced me to like Rage Against the Machine and Nirvana.
Mhm.
And then shortly after introducing me to Nirvana, she had to break the news to me that Kurt Cobain was like very dead at that
May
point.
he
Like
rest.
super dead. Like super dead. Um, Janet Jackson was her favorite of the
Mm,
Jacksons. I
mhm.
grew up on a lot of Janet Jackson.
Yep. My mom loved Janet, but she also loved Paula Abdul.
Interesting.
She's kinda slept on. Paula got some hits. Paula's still that girl. Um, there was another one that I was thinking of as you were talking. Oh, John Mayer was played a lot in our household. Um, Bilal, still listen to this album to this day. Bjork, life changing.
Ooh, see, I had to discover Bjork on my own. I had to get into
Really?
weird bitch music a little bit on my own.
My mom would play Earth Intruders in the car on the way to school in the morning. And I would be like, yes, to these random sounds put together as I'm about to get out of the car to go to like fifth grade. Yeah, it was always a mix of stuff. I remember when Justin Timberlake's album Justified came out and she bought it,
Mhm.
and it would see that CD got scratches on it from how much we played in the car. Like Senorita, Let's Take a Ride, Low. I feel like that was his best album. I still run that back.
You know what? I love Justin Timberlake.
He's so
I
silly.
really do. I think it's funny as fuck that he got arrested in the Hamptons.
Did you see like the footage or the audio or whatever of him
Gonna
getting
ruin the tour.
arrested? I'm gonna ruin the tour.
This is gonna ruin the tour. What tour? The world tour. Oh my god. I hope to
Right.
God if I ever get arrested for something while I'm like on one. Justin Timberlake's calling. He's mad.
He
He
is.
can hear us now.
Are you talking about me? Are you talking about this is gonna ruin the tour?
Dude.
Cancel the episode. Um, yeah. It was actually Timmy calling me.
Girl.
I know. I was gonna say, should we loop him into the episode?
No, we shouldn't.
No, we should not.
No, we shouldn't.
Sorry, Timmy, we love you.
We're gonna get off topic so
Um,
fast.
yeah. Um, other nostalgic things. I think the death of the amusement park, the death of the mall.
Girl, people are not loitering in the mall these days.
Well, there's
Look,
no more third spaces. Malls are closing, unfortunately.
that is
Yeah,
like that's another one of those things where you didn't know how good you had it till it was gone.
because listen, sitting at that fountain that was always in the middle of the mall with some Dairy Queen ice cream or some Panda Express, everything could be healed.
See, I wish that I learned the rush of shoplifting as a kid because I can only imagine. You know, of all the laws I was breaking as a teen, I'm surprised shoplifting was never one of them. Dude, like I was super chill. Like if I would go to the mall with $20. I'd get my fucking Cinnabon.
Mhm.
I'd get ripped as shit off of like a really nasty joint with my friends, and then
Mhm.
like eat my Cinnabon. If I
Or
couldn't
get on
afford
some
something, I'd
ants.
be like, oh well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Or even like going to the movies or going to like Dave and Buster's or something, which I know those are still open, but I feel like those are places that we went to like really hang out with friends and like play games and like be kids.
yeah.
Um and then amusement parks are, I mean, they're still around kind of, but I know a bunch of Six Flags have been closing. Um but and they've also gotten so expensive. Like even look at Disney. I had gone a couple years ago and two tickets for two people were like $700. It was ridiculous. Um, but it's not like a like let's go to Six Flags. Like we used to go for Halloween or like go to the water park and then go to the amusement, then go to the water park over the summer, and kids aren't really doing that. Even teenagers, as teens, you're like, oh, let's go to the pool or let's go to the water park or something. There's no third spaces for kids or teens to like be amongst the youth, be amongst their people.
It makes me wonder with the lack of like online third spaces, because like we had
Hmm.
fit like Neopets and
Right, Mies.
oh my god, what else? We had Club Penguin.
We did.
We even, I mean, dude, even if you just went on like Nickelodeon's website or Cartoon Network or Disney's
Do you
website,
remember Pixie Hollow?
girl, I sure as fuck did.
Pirates Online?
RuneScape. Dude,
IMVU?
oh, I was not allowed on IMVU. I
I
think
wasn't
that was
either, but I snuck
before.
on there.
I think I was too scared. I was really sheltered about sex.
I also was like shocked how like not I don't want to say explicit, but like IMVU was like so saucy.
Right?
It was like, am I supposed to be looking at this?
I remember I saw a YouTube compilation of
Hmm.
people who like figured out how to make their IMVU character look anatomically correct naked.
That's crazy.
And after I saw that, I was like, okay, so first of all, I think the only reason I got that was because I was a closeted bisexual and I was looking up videos on YouTube of girls kissing, but that's neither here nor there. But like that ended up coming up on my algorithm and I
Hmm.
never cleared my internet history so fast. I was like, dude, what
Girl.
the hell?
Even
Um,
like The Sims, like the Sims 2, like the
girl,
original Sims, those crusty graphics.
man.
What
I
a
love The
time.
Sims. I love The Sims so
I
bad.
still play it. Matter of fact, I might play it tonight. I might download it back on my computer. Those mods,
The Wicked Whims. The
the
Wicked
Wicked
Whims.
Whims. But yeah, there's no third spaces for like people to gather. Even like outside of being a youth, even as an adult, I think there's been a decline in third spaces for us to go to. I think it may be building back up because you see on TikTok like where to, meet people, where to find this, where to find that. But 9 times out of 10, it's like a bar. And not everybody wants to go to a bar.
That yeah,
So,
I think it's really fascinating too, because like post COVID, not that we're ever really gonna be post COVID because
mhm.
like it's you get
It's
COVID season, like
continuous.
you get the flu
Yeah.
season. But like post pseudo lockdown, I guess, I've
Mhm.
noticed like a big push towards sober curiosity, especially with
Mhm.
people our age, which like more power to you guys, I guess. Well, I could never be.
Not
Sorry.
I guess.
Maybe I'm the problem because I can't give up drinking, but whatever. You know what? Maybe I am the problem because that's kind of a crazy
But I
that's kind
mean
of a crazy hill to die on. Uh,
but I mean, there's a difference between, like, being, like, full force at it, and also just, like, enjoying a drink.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I'm somewhere in the middle. But that being said, like with people being sober curious, I have noticed on my feed a lot where it's like
Mhm.
things to do to like hang out with your friends that like is outside that's
Mhm.
not surrounding like drinking, or like going out to restaurants because restaurants are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because a lot of the things that they like have started doing are just like grown up Libby Lou experiences.
Literally.
Like
Candle making,
candle
charm bracelet
making.
making.
Or like the fucking we have this
Oh my
thing
god,
in
Libby
Chicago
Lou.
now that just opened recently called the Strip Club where it's literally all photo booths.
We have that here too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we have that here too. It's just, like I think it's called the Photo Booth Museum, but it's literally just a room of photo booths that you can use.
Oh, that's so cool.
And those are also popping up again. There's a taste, there's a want, there's a yearning for nostalgia because photo booths are popping up everywhere. Um, there's one over to my listeners in New York on the Lower East Side. I feel like it's right off Delancey, somewhere around there. But there's a photo booth there. There's a photo booth at the Standard. There's a photo booth at the Uniqlo. There's photo booths everywhere now. Um, there's one at oh no, that's my favorite bar. I'm not gonna say that. But there's a lot. There's a lot in the city. Yeah. There even like not that diners have ever died, especially here, but the want and the yearning for a jukebox of some sort. Um, I kind of feel like we're reverting to a very analog life. Like we're approaching a time where things are going to start being pen and paper again. As much as they're trying to push like AI and everything, I think a lot of people are going back to like getting records, playing CDs. Even a few people I know are looking for like VHS players.
Yeah,
Um,
I have definitely noticed that. It seems kind of like a rebellious response to tech and AI
yeah.
because so much, I mean, dude, everybody went and got like cybersecurity certificates over the pandemic and like
Mhm.
especially when a lot of things shifted to working from home,
Yeah.
and all of these like tech-based sector jobs
Mhm.
where it was just like so in demand. And now that
Mhm.
tech bubble is starting to burst, especially with like AI being fucking everywhere, and like
Mhm.
even the average person is like, I do not want to watch this like AI video.
Yeah.
I like have no interest in doing that. That I feel like analog by default, I mean like the pendulum is always gonna swing both ways.
Mhm.
But I have noticed that like the push for nostalgia and like the push for like things being tangible again.
Mhm.
I mean, reading is making a huge comeback. People
Which is
wanting to
crazy to
collect.
say.
Dude, first of all, thank fuck, because a lot of
Right.
you fucking people need to pick up a book. I
Please
am
do.
begging you. If you can't even read Redfish, Bluefish with your fucking children at night, like something is going on.
Yeah.
Um, but like with books making a big comeback, I mean, dude, indie bookstores are starting to open again.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? While we're on that topic, I think this leads really well into our crash out corner
Let's do it.
because I do have some shit to say
Let's do it.
about book people.
Let it rip,
Because
mother.
so half of my feed on TikTok right now is K-pop. I really don't know how I got here. Um,
Period.
I'm into it though.
Love
You
that.
know what? I've discovered a few little bops.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but the other half of my feed, I feel that's disingenuous because of some of the awful things that I send you have nothing to do with like this or K-pop. A good chunk of my feed
Mhm.
um is also like book talk, and
Mhm.
I've noticed this like discourse about people being like, you shop at Barnes and Noble when you should be supporting your indie bookstores.
Yeah.
Bitch, Barnes and Noble is the only thing standing behind you and your love for an indie bookstore.
Mhm.
Once Amazon, I said that wrong. Barnes and Noble is the only thing standing in between Amazon and your
Amazon.
indie bookstores.
Yeah.
Whatever, you guys got my fucking point. Once Amazon started selling books below cost, like below
Mhm.
what is the suggested sale price, or really it's the mandatory sale price, at the
Mhm.
back of your book next to your ISBN,
Mhm.
once Amazon was able to undercut that price, like they take a loss. It's in their business model. I know that
Mhm.
I don't look like someone who understands business, but I understand a thing or two because I like to Google. Um, Amazon purposely takes a loss on book sales because they make so much fucking money. And so that's why you had shit like Borders closed down because they could,
Mhm.
and almost Barnes and Noble. Let us
They did
not
almost close.
forget, Barnes and Noble was almost lost to time
Mhm.
forever. And if it wasn't for like smut loving middle aged women buying like pornographic novels in
Mhm.
store, we would have lost your brick and mortar bookstore. Like,
Mhm.
let us be so clear. And so, for people who are like, oh my God, you're shopping at Barnes and Noble, yeah. A little bit
Yeah.
I am. I mean, I'm not shopping for books anywhere right now. But a little bit like people do actually and should be, especially people who don't live near independent bookstores because they're not okay. I don't know why we're all pretending like there's an indie bookstore on every block. Maybe in major cities, but
Yeah.
like I can't think of outside of maybe a half price books if you want to count that. I can't think of a single bookstore near my mom's house that's not a Barnes and Noble or a
Mm,
Target or a Walmart. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true.
And so, to my baddies who like to read but like to judge, keep the judgmental attitude about Barnes and Noble and keep it to yourself. We can all hate the shitty independent books that are on Kindle Unlimited. I've read a lot of them, they're not great, but you know what? I will persevere because I too like reading smut. However,
Mhm.
if you don't have an independent bookstore near you within walking, driving, or public transit distance, there's nothing wrong about shopping at Barnes& and Noble because it's the only thing that's keeping Amazon and that bald bitch Bezos from having a
Period.
monopoly on all things books. And let's be so clear, just because I have Kindle Unlimited does not make me lost to the concept that I don't own these books.
Mhm.
Like the concept of ownership is becoming so loosey goosey these days
Yeah.
with all these different subscription services where like media truly can be lost to time now. Like
Mhm.
for the first time in human existence, if like the ability to own certain things, like certain forms of media, are just non
There's no
existent
more.
anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, does fucking iTunes exist anymore? Or is it all Apple
Mm,
Music?
iTunes does exist, but it's not at the forefront. So, like, it's just Apple Music, but you can still buy music on iTunes.
Okay, period.
But there's no actually, maybe there is an app still. I
I
know I feel like you can still buy music on because you could buy movies.
T, okay.
Yeah.
So that okay, so then never mind. Let me not go down that like gloom and doom hole. But like the concept of
But
owning
it's
things is
yeah,
so like
smoke
loose
and mirrors.
and fraught.
Yeah.
And like owning your own media is so loose and fraught. And so if like all the books that I've downloaded on my Kindle, I don't own those. I'm very well of the fact that I don't own nearly any book that's on my Kindle because most of them come through Kindle Unlimited. And I'm very well aware of the fact that if like I buy a digital version of a movie, I there's no guarantee I'm going to own that forever.
Mhm.
So like go to Barnes and Noble, buy your shitty little book or your very good book. I don't fucking care what you people read as long as you're reading. But just know, BNN is keeping Bezos from another monopoly.
He's trying to monopolize the world.
And that's my
So,
tea, that's my drag. Shop at Barnes and Noble if you don't have an
I
indie
love that.
bookstore.
Amen to that.
Thank you, Diva.
I feel like my crash out is on the same kind of like coast as yours, especially when it comes to ownership. So I'm looking at apartments. I'm making my big girl move. It's now looking like it's going to be closer in within reach faster. Um this rent's too damn high.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm paying for a studio where I can wake up, turn over, and look my refrigerator in the eyes? So I can fit a singular twin bed, one dresser, and a microwave in my apartment. And you want me to pay $3,000? Excuse me? Excuse me? Um, the only places that I've seen reasonable rent prices so far. And this is just looking at apartment sites. I'm not talking about going through a real estate agent or a private broker, whatever, 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 private landlord. Just, skimming the internet. I gotta go all the way out to see what Popeye and them to go find an apartment that's a decent price. Otherwise, I gotta pay somebody's uncle to find me one that's rent stabilized, which shout out to them. But I'm like, why am I calling an unknown number and having a mysterious man answer the phone and saying, "Yeah, I can find you what you need, but you need to pay me $3,000 to find this apartment for you." crazy work, but people do it and it works sometimes. It's a scam though. People don't do that just randomly. Do your research first.
Hmm.
But the cost of living is just so ridiculous, and it's like you're paying rent, you're paying utilities, and then the MTA, it's $3, whatever. It's probably like that everywhere, but it's still a cost. Groceries are high. Like it basically costs $200 just to breathe every day. I don't get it. And then you get the apartment and it's just not, you got cracks here and there. You got floors that haven't been touched in 50 years. You got appliances that haven't been changed in 20 years. What am I paying for? What am I paying for? Not to mention the gentrified buildings, they may look cute on the outside, but I'm hearing there's so many problems with like the pipes and the appliances, and it's drafty. People got cracks in their windows explode. Like there's just such ridiculous Looney Tune-esque things happening in these apartments because they're throwing them up so fast in the city. And I'm like, so where will I win? Where will I win though? Um, because I need an apartment. I need a bedroom. Clay needs a bedroom. I need a living room. It doesn't even, I'm not asking for it to be a mansion of an apartment. I just need to fit a couch and a TV and a dining table. And apparently that is way too much to ask. And I'm also not gonna, this probably just sounds more like complaining, but you know what? It's our podcast. I'm also not living in a basement unit. I'm a
Mm-mm.
single woman.
Hell no.
I'm not, and those are a majority of the apartments that I've seen are all basement units. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm a single young woman. I'm not living in a basement unit. I'm not going to be in an SVU episode. That's crazy. That's just not happening. And I don't want a roommate. So any apartment that I look at that is like a 2-bedroom that's ridiculously priced, I'm like, I'm over the roommates. I've lived at home for far too long. Like, I don't want to live with anybody. I need my solitary confinement in a home in a space of my own. But also charging like $4,000 for a basement unit that is also a studio is crazy. And this is like across the boroughs. But again, the closer you get to Manhattan, the more expensive it gets. But I'm like, bro, can we be sensible about this for a second? Like, yeah, you're closer to Manhattan, but you're so far from the train. There's so many little like aspects. I need easy train access. I need a decent sized living room, a decent sized bedroom, a bathroom that doesn't have old school toilets. A lot of the apartments I've been looking at, they have the school toilets, like with the metal handle thing. Not like a regular toilet with a top. It's the pipe with the
Girl, I have one of those.
wow.
You know what though?
But
I live
I'm
in a
like,
really nice
I've
building,
never
so
seen
I
I
think
didn't know that was a thing.
I've had two apartments like that, and it's literally I think it's just cheaper to just like have the bowl. I
Really?
truly think it's like a money thing.
Cause I'm like, hello? When did this happen? How did we end up here? Um, and then I'm like, I just need the right, you know what, the right place will come. But what I'm seeing right now is just like not it for me. And one of my coworkers recommended that I move to this like, it's a nice area, but I'm like, I'm out of the way. I would have to take the equivalent of the metro to the city or to work.
Hmm.
And I'm not trying to do that. Why do that when I can live near a subway? I'm not taking the Metro North. Um, while like I get it, I get that, it's nice, it's probably cheaper, but I want to be in a place where I have easy access to the subway. Um, and that I'm sure I can find it. It'll just take some digging to do. But bro, these rent prices, Mom Donnie, hello. This rent, my brother, across the board. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down, sir.
It's just too much. The cost of living, especially in major cities, is just like really actually exorbitant, and it kind of feels like
It's
a hostage
ridiculous.
situation.
It's very much a hostage situation. And then you have landlords or like building managers who are so just lax about everything. I called them to come fix my bathroom. We have the toilet roll holder thing that, holds the toilet paper, but it's in the wall. So it was here when we got here. And somehow, some way the screw got loose. And so it was just like hanging off. And I called them. Tell me why it took them 2 days. And the maintenance man was sitting in the lobby. And so I saw him when I was walking in the building. I was like, oh, by the way, my toilet paper holder thing is like missing a screw. Is someone able to come fix it? And he goes, ask him. Talking about the doorman. And the doorman was like, oh, yeah, I'll ask him. The man I just talked to.
Lord.
I said, bro, what? Can't you just come up here with a screwdriver and an extra nail or something? Like,
Well, no, of course not. That's too
and
easy.
then he didn't come until 2 days later, and it wasn't even the man who I originally asked because I had to call again and be like, hey, someone was supposed to come up here 2 days ago just to screw this little toilet paper thing in, and nobody showed up. Oh, I'll send somebody up. Okay. And then it wasn't until way later that day. I'm like, that's wild. That's really wild. And the cost to move, I was looking at movers. It's also wild. It's just so expensive to move and to live and just be in the ether that I'm like, how are we all still here? What is going on? So that's my crash out.
Girl. Girl.
Yeah, girl.
I never thought life was gonna be this way when I got older. I thought rent was gonna be a cool $200-$300 and like
Right?
a
Remember
handshake.
that $500 rent that everybody used to talk about? I thought it was gonna be that.
Dude, I remember my first apartment. Granted, I was with it was four roommates all together.
Hmm.
We each paid $375.
See, that's unheard of.
$375. Even when I lived somewhere with just one roommate, it was like $595 each. And then I got
Mm.
the COVID deal on my studio, and it was like $800 a month. And then COVID ended, and they were like, "So you want to pay a little $1,200 for this 400 square foot studio?" And I went, "No,
No,
no,
I
girl, my one
don't.
bedroom. I'm paying the same for a one bedroom now that
See,
four people split 10 years ago for an
that's
apartment.
wild. That's wild to think about.
I'm sick inside." And if you can do the math, that's $1,500.
I will say though, crash out aside, I do want to get another cat when I move, which I know is a choice, but Clay needs a sibling.
Clay needs something.
He needs
Clay
he
needs
needs a
something.
lot of things. He needs a lot of things. He finished his crash out and I think he tired himself out. So I'm sure when I walk into my room after we're done recording, he'll be sitting there very bitterly um from his little tantrum that he just had in my room. So he'll have a sibling to help him regulate that and keep him company in moments like these. But girl, what a time. And we've made it to the end of the episode.
We sure have.
So
We sure have. Now I yeah, and it's like all 28 years of my life have flashed before my eyes. Girl, like the more we're talking, the more I'm
oh,
like, oh
we're
my God.
we're the adults. We're the aunties now. Literally, we're gonna be aunties in 2 months. For real. Well,
Shout
you're
out.
one now already.
I am, girl. Actually, I literally posted on my Instagram, like, those like templates where it's like 6
Yeah.
pictures. So my nephew was in one of them. And the way that I got multiple DMs from people I went to high school with, and then like my vape store man, and they're like, "When did you have a kid? When do you
Hello.
when did I have time to do that?" What? What?
That wasn't on my agenda. What did you think it was?
No, like they're sitting here acting like I hard launched a whole child. First of all, this kid is blonde with blue eyes. I need you to take a cold, hard look at me in the sobering light of morning. I have been blonde, but it's not natural.
You couldn't tell them that.
I had to be like, I literally, after the third one, I posted on my story
Mm.
like a screenshot of Emily from Devil Wears Prada when she's got her like hand in her face or face in her hands. And I was like, guys, I didn't hard launch a baby. I didn't hard launch a baby. I'm just someone's aunt. I'm literally just someone's aunt.
Oh my God. What a
Lord,
time. But here we are at the conclusion. Thank you for sitting in the stall with us.
it's been a lovely
It
time.
has. Go ahead and check us out on social media. Check out our website. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or you can watch our beautiful faces on YouTube every Tuesday. Um, yeah,
So yeah, there is a line. If you look under the stall, you'll see several pairs of shoes that are waiting for this stall.
correct.
So when you exit, make sure you wash your hands. It's grimy out here. I got the flu from who knows where. Maybe the stall, maybe somewhere else. So take care of yourself. Health as well.
Amen. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.